Hello, this is a guitar lesson for Ed Sheeran's Be Like You. This isn't how it's played on his album version, but it is how he plays it for a lot of his live shows where he doesn't use a loop pedal. So it's a lot more raw and true. I've only learnt this in the last half an hour or so, so if it sounds a bit crap, then just bear with us, please. I've also learnt it, the majority of it, by ear as well, so I'm not too familiar with a lot of the names of the chords. So again, just bear with us. But this is how it should sound. Yeah, so it should sound something a bit like that. Hopefully better if you practice it a bit more. Right, so first chord is a G, and for for the verse, the majority of it is based around the G chord. So just in case you don't know what that is, just quickly run through it. Your index finger, second fret of the A string, just here, so you should be getting this sound. Your middle finger goes on the third fret of the E string, and then your ring finger goes on the third fret of the B string, and your pinky goes on the third fret of the E string, just below it. So I should be getting these sounds. That's the first bit. For the next bit, all you're doing is moving your middle finger down to the second fret to the G string. So I'll show you just there. So it goes from there to there. So down, snap, down, up, down, down. And then what you're going to do is to go back to a G, but all you're doing is moving these two fingers down string. So these two here stand exactly where they are for the whole thing, they don't move at all for the verse. So from there we go to that low G, don't know what it's called, E minor 7 maybe, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it goes to that. And then all you're going to do is take both fingers off, and you're going to put your pinky back on the second fret of the G string, and then just got to hit them ones. You're going to try and leave these ones out as much as you can. So you got, oh, there we go. So you got a nice sound coming out there. and then you've got it. You've got the verse there. Strumming pattern. You can kind of play with this and make it sound exactly how you want it to sound. I've tried to make it as close to his live versions as I can. Obviously, he's much better than me, so it's a bit harder. So that's the first bit: is down, slap, down, up. And then it goes. So it goes down, slap, up, down, down. So yeah. Up, down, down. To be honest, just gonna have to play around with it, because all I'm gonna do is confuse you. I'm confusing myself here. Yeah, just play around with it, and really take advantage of. What I'll do is I'll play it really slowly, and then I might be able to work it out, and you might be able to work it out as well. So yeah, hopefully you got that, and that's the verse, and then the pre-chorus and the chorus, or just the long chorus, whatever you want. Darling, don't be nervous, I'll understand if you let me go. I did this on purpose now. I'm missing you. I'll stop eating food, and I'll squeeze into a dress so I can be like you. Then I'll see your business and why you're leaving too. Maybe I'll put you to a test and say that I love you. Okay, well, I love you. That's really straightforward, that bit. A minor, C, G, D. A minor, first fret, first finger on the B string. Your middle finger, second fret, D string, and your ring finger just below that on the G string. Darling, don't be C. And all you're going to do for that is you're going to move your middle finger out to the third fret of the A string. So you should be getting this sound from C. So, darling, don't be nervous. Oh, G, stand if you G me go. So G, your index finger goes on the second fret of the A string. Your middle finger goes on the third fret of the E string. And your middle finger goes on the third fret of the high E string, which is this one. So, darling, don't be nervous, I'll understand if you. Then we go to a D. And what we do for that is your first finger goes on the second fret of the G. Your middle finger goes on the second fret of the high E, and your ring finger goes in between the two on the third fret of the B string. So you should be getting that sound. With that, usually we don't hit this one, so I just want to be playing these ones essentially to get the best sound. But a lot of the time I end up hitting this. So, darling, don't be nervous, I'll understand if you let me go. Repeat it. I did this on purpose now. Missing you. And then again, you repeat it again. I'll stop eating food, over here. And I'll see you up in here somewhere you lead me to. Maybe I'll put you to a test and say that I love you. Say you love me too. And with that, the strumming pattern is just hitting these ones. So. Yep, and that is it. Yeah, hope you enjoy it and hope it helps. Hope it sounds alright. Hopefully you can make it sound a lot better than I made it sound. But the only reason that sounded a bit crap was purely lack of practice. So if you just sit here, replay it, learn it again, and just keep playing it, and then you can even start working on some of the picking to make it sound a lot like the album version, because it's the same chords. It's just it's got a lot more added into it, because you can play it just with the picking, and it does sound a bit wishy-washy if you're not really good at it. And I'll just quickly run over the way to do that. But just warning that this does sound really bad. It's basically a mixture of these three. So these ones here. It's a mixture of them just going backwards and forwards between them. And a lot of slapping and that involved. But I'm not actually going to go into it because we'll be here all day and I'm just going to make myself look silly. So yeah. But hopefully it helped. Let us know if you can like it, share it, subscribe, do what you got to do. Dislike it if you didn't like it, let me know. If you've got any requests, then do drop us a message. Yeah, thanks. See you later.